EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Today, we've got an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. They start the drive with White. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
First down, here's White, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Keep our poise. That's what I'm talking about. This is where you step up. Right here, baby. Bring it.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
A good run there off right tackle. In an old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Smith. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That's caught. It's James Washington. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On second and goal, Carr. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Again, it's Carr. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Levante David coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Boy, this has been a nice first drive for them. But right there, Charles, a sack on 3rd and goal. That's tough.
Yeah, and if you're the head coach and the offensive play caller, if you had any thoughts about going for it on 4th down, it's a much more difficult decision now. Likely kick the field goal, but if you're going to go for it, you better have the perfect play call on your sheet.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. He'll get that out to the flat to White. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. Still going. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, 55 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Throwing his car on 3rd down. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. 1st down, Mayfield. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They go play action. Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's White. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. From the 36, Mayfield. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Mayfield with it once more. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Kamara gets it again on second down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Here's Carr. His throw incomplete. To throw again on second down. Carr. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Carr to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 23. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow, and, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mayfield on first down. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On first and 10, Mayfield. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. So first and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield to throw it. This one taken in by Otten. And out of bounds right around the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Russell Gage, as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Play a little aggressive, baby. Let's go. Rock and roll, baby.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Carr now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 2 catches in the first. The challenge flag is out. Todd Bowles not pleased with the ruling on the field, and he's going to ask the officials to take another look. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 70 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And the catch made by Johnson. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The kick by Lutz is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out 1st downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it again, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lutz is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, Any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Me and you, baby. Me and you. Let's go.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A first down throw for Mayfield. Steps away to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Levante David in on the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Carr. Johnson's got it complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Carr going to throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. To throw is Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Going for it all. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Lutz is good, and the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. First down, Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Mayfield now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And Carr's throw caught by Olave. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th, but a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with White. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chase Edmonds, a 5-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd and 15. Carr now to throw. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On first down, Carr. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And he is going to have the Saints first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
From the gun, it's Carr. Washington with the catch, middle of the field. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, it's Carr. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural,
yeah, but I like where we're going with this. You say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.